So good afternoon, everyone. This is a very happy occasion. We are here to celebrate the swearing in of our newest board member, Mary Kingston Roche. We want to thank her for being here and thank all the other luminaries who are here. We have of course, our county executive, Rashern L. Baker III, who has presided over a snowstorm, went up in the helicopter, actually went and dug some people out for us a couple of days ago. And we're doing it, yeah, the men and women in Prince George's County are doing a great job. We have our Chief Administrative Officer, Nicholas Majette. We have the Chair of the Board of Education, Dr. Segun Eubanks. We have members of the Board of Education who are here, Curtis Valentine, Dr. Beverly Anderson, Kennard Alexander Wallace, and we have, of course, our Chief Administrative Officer of the Prince George's County, Chief Executive Officer of the Prince George's County Public Schools, Dr. Kevin Maxwell, and of course, our Clerk of Courts, the Honorable Sidney Harrison. Did I miss anybody? Oh, the family of Mary Roche Kingston. Her husband and her brother are here today. So without any further ado, I just want to say again how wonderful and happy we are to have you joining the board. Mary brings a wealth of knowledge and will be joining in the county's efforts to support the school system and the Board of Education. With that, I'm going to ask Dr. Maxwell to bring just a few brief remarks. I want
to say it a third time. So I will be brief. This is great. I'm really excited to, first of all, have board back at full strength. It's really awesome to have a full board. But secondly, Mary and I met, I want to say 6-8 months ago, maybe. It hasn't been that long. But I was very impressed in our first meeting that took place at the Washington Area Regional Superintendent's meeting in Northern Virginia. And we've been doing a lot of work with our community outreach, our new reorganization in that area, the expansion of parent outreach specialists, parent advocates. We use a bunch of different names for them in our as we try to get ourselves into one way of saying things. And when I learned that she worked with the community schools organization, I was like, oh, we should talk. Let's let's have lunch. Let's get together. And so subsequently, Christian, myself, Mary, and her boss had lunch at Busboys and Poets in Hinesville. She happens to live.
She walked there.
Yeah, she walked there, and we had a great lunch talking about all this community work they do and how much I look forward to expanding our understanding and how they do that kind of work so it could inform some of our kind of work. And then the next thing I know, I hear she's being considered for the board, and I'm like, this is like magic. And then lastly, in my brief remarks, Betty, I go to the White House today for this at the invitation of Michelle Obama, and yeah, I had to say that.
Personally called.
And who do I run into at this White House program for National Counselor of the Year? Mary. I mean, it's like the crisscrossing is just amazing to me. So I look forward to working with you on the board. We're accomplishing a lot, I believe, in a short period of time, and that's going to continue to move forward and advance the work. And I was one thing disappointed this week about the postponing of the state board meeting where we were asked as a district to present on graduation rates, but all that's been, the embargo has been continued, so I can't tell you the rest. So, but I look forward to when I can. Thank you.
And just before I ask Dr. Eubanks to bring a few remarks, I want to recognize Tahani Colazo, who is our Education Policy Advisor. And the great Christian Rhodes, who used to be our Education Policy Advisor, but defected and went over to the Prince George's County Public Schools to a new position as head of strategic partners.
when he comes in here.
Yes, yes, yes.
Please don't call me.
So, Dr. Eubanks.
Notice she didn't say my remarks had to be brief, Dr. Maxwell. No, no. No, I want to, just on behalf of all of my board colleagues, the 12 of us plus our brilliant student member, Ava Perry, welcome to this incredibly important, incredibly demanding work that we are doing on behalf of the children, the parents, and the citizens of Prince George's County Public Schools. It was almost a little less than 3 years ago when I was in your shoes. Like you, I had no idea what I was really getting myself into. I entered this because of the passion that I had for social justice, for public education, and for the potential we have here at Prince George's County to become great. So I welcome you to join us as warriors, and my colleagues, my newest board, my now not newest board member, Kay Alexander Wallace, and Dr. Beverly Anderson, who's been a tremendous leadership, and my friend and colleague Curtis Valentine, they're with us today, and your other colleagues. You will find we all share a passion for public education and for growing Prince George's County to be not just good, but to be the best school district in the United States of America and indeed the world. And we don't believe there's any place more ready to make that leap than Prince George's County Public Schools. And with your help and with your assistance, we will do that work. Folks who know, well, we haven't met the Institute for Educational Leadership, where Mary works. I've done work with them for years. We are both alum of their tremendous leadership fellowship program. I've worked with Marty Blank and with Kwesi and Arnie Faggy, and we know all this, and we run in all the same crowds, so we're going to get a chance to spend a lot of time here and in downtown D.C. I have a board colleague I can have lunch with downtown for once. So with that, I'll stop and let the proceedings go. Again, welcome, Mary.
Thank you, Dr. Eubanks. And with that, we will ask the county executive to come to the podium for remarks, and then I guess we'll have the swearing in.
Yeah, we're going to do a swearing in.
Okay.
That's what we're here for. I'm going to be very, very brief, especially since both Dr. Maxwell and Dr. Eubanks were brief. So, let's give them another round of applause, please. Mary, enjoy that. Maybe the last time they're that brief. And if we can we give the board members another round of applause for the tremendous work they're doing? I know some may think that, I think the job of being a board member is easy. I know it is not. I know it's very demanding. It's demanding on your time, and it's demanding on your family's time. And nothing is more personal than your children. Now, Segun knows me very well, and he knows that I still call my kids my kids. Now, they are 27, 24, and 21, but they're my babies. And if you want to see us get personal, people get personal about their kids. And that's why the education system in Prince George's County is something that's so important for me. I say this a lot. My wife is committed to public education. And her commitment was such that it did not matter where we lived. She was sending my children to the public school system in the neighborhood. So whether I lived on P Street in the District of Columbia, in one of the most challenging schools there, or whether I lived in Prince George's County or where we lived in Prince George's County in the neighborhood schools there, her thing was, if you send your children to that school, you will do everything you can to make that school the best it is, because you're that afraid that your children will fall behind. And she was absolutely right. And so from the day that I put my children into Gladys Noon Spelman, until the day that they all departed out of Suitland High School, we have been committed to making this the best. And the people around here will tell you there is nothing more important to me and this administration than our public education. It is everything for Prince George's County. That's a long way of saying we don't take any of these appointments lightly. This has probably been the longest. Okay, Alexander, it's the second. You were the longest. You have now been beaten. This has been the longest process to get a board member because the standards are high. The demand is great. So much so that during the Christmas holidays or just before it, I sent Betty an email and said, well, I won't say what I said because we're being recorded. And she said, hold on, I think I have the right person for you. Betty and Tahani came back and I said, whoever you got better be able to part the Red Sea. That's a code word for saying they better meet the standard. Because if they don't, then I'm going to take things into my own hands, right, Christian? You don't want that. I will say this, from the very first time you walked into the office, I said, that's the right person. Not just because you're from Massachusetts, which helps. Because of the things that Segun has talked about, the organizations you work with, the fact that when we were community teachers, we actually went to some of the same lectures and leadership programs. But your commitment, your family's commitment, your husband, to move into Prince George's County on purpose, to be willing to dive into the issues, making this a great county. I think you have everything to continue to add to the board to continue to great progress. We are making great progress in Prince George's County. We're doing tremendous work. I'm very proud, but I'm also still me, so I'm very impatient. Because just like everybody else, when I had my middle child in school and she was falling behind, I didn't care she was going to even out. People told me, oh, it'll even out in 3 years. I wanted it done yesterday. And that's the way I feel about everybody else's child out there. I want it done yesterday. And so that's the work that we have before us. And I think you're the right person to help lead us that way. With that, let's swear in a board member. Come on up, clerk of the court. Come on, Mary, come on up here. You want to
We do it right over
right?
here?
Give us some direction?
Yes.
Right is good. Okay. You invite your family up. Come on up. Do you want to hold the Bible?
Raise your right hand. You're going to repeat after me. Okay?
I, Mary Kingston Roche,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I'll support the Constitution of the United States,
that I'll support the Constitution of the United States,
that I'll be faithful
that I'll be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to the state of Maryland,
to the state of Maryland,
and support the Constitution
and support the Constitution
and laws thereof,
and laws thereof,
that I'll support the Charter
that I'll support the Charter
and laws
and laws
of Prince George's County,
of Prince George's County,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my skill
to the best of my skill
and judgment,
and judgment,
diligently and faithfully,
diligently and faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
without partiality or prejudice,
execute the office of
execute the office of
Board Member at Large
Board Member at Large
for the Board of Education
for the Board of Education
for Prince George's County,
for Prince George's County,
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and laws
and laws
of this state,
of this state,
and the Charter
and the Charter
and laws
and laws
of Prince George's County.
of Prince George's County.
Congratulations and thank you for your service.
Mary, we're going to have you come on up, and I think you got to sign some stuff, and then I know the clerk has it. You want me to sign this so you can
No, it's
go?
okay.
All right, our newest school board member.
Thank you. I'll be brief too, as Ms. Francis has instructed. You got to obey Ms. Francis. I've learned from people. So I just want to say thank you so much, everyone who came here, and I'm so honored and excited to join the board. It already feels like a family here. Everyone from Dr. Eubanks talking about our Massachusetts roots to County Executive Baker talking about the Patriots, and now it's hard to talk about them. To with Tahani and how we live nearby, and we'll catch a drink at Town Center between us. And so I really look forward to working with all of you. Thank you to my now new colleagues at the board for joining us here. and of course to my husband Steve and my brother Paul for coming out. I'm just so honored, and just want to share that Steve and I live in Hyattsville, and we love our community, and we love the county we live in, and we're really looking forward to, staying here and growing a family. And this is such a great opportunity for me to contribute to the county with my experience and passion that I bring. And also would like to share that I'm supporting Hyattsville's new teen advisory committee that they established out of the city council for youth advocacy and leadership. And I've had the chance to meet some of these 10th and 11th graders so far, and they are brilliant, and they represent all of our kids in Prince George's County. And what they want is to really have their voices heard, to study the issues going on in the county, whether it's transportation or environment or school lunch, which they have strong opinions of. And
Why not?
and this is exactly the kind of opportunities we want to grow in our county, and that I will work to grow. And from my background teaching in Oakland and picturing my kids and how much potential they had, and working on behalf of over 100 places across country doing community schools, I'm so looking forward to bringing that passion and experience to the board to contribute to what you're all doing, to make sure that our schools and communities are working together jointly so that we can give our kids all the opportunities they want. And I really commend the County Executive Baker and his staff for the Transforming Neighborhoods initiative. I think it's really exciting work, and I'll look to support and expand that with the schools, and to foster and continue to increase family and community engagement, which is so important to student success. As everyone has said, I think we are absolutely going in the right direction with our schools in our county, and it's a very exciting time to join. And I've watched a few board meetings online, and I sort of know what I'm getting myself into, but I guess I'll find out next week. But it's go easy on me at first. But just thank you so much, and really looking forward to contributing to what is already, I know, a great organization of people and a great county, and so looking forward to it. Thank you.